What's up, everyone? We're back. Another episode of the 6th Round Podcast, episode 12. And we got Gingy back with us this time. Let's go!
Let's go.
Up.
It was, we had some more fights this weekend. UFC. It's kind of crazy to think about that it wasn't even close what the biggest event was this weekend, honestly. By far, the biggest event going on was motherfucking BKFC 41.
Hell yeah.
Whoever thought that there'd be a day of saying that where... Oh, man. It's just funny. But, yo.
It is.
Saturday night, Denver, Colorado, BKFC 41, headlined by Mike Perry versus Luke Rockhold. That was...
a banger of a fucking card.
So, just from the start, the fact of even Mike Perry versus Luke Rockhold, forget the bare knuckle, forget whatever. Just the fact of them two are actually match made and in a competition, fighting each other. That is just absolutely wild.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, that... I swear, I saw, the poster for this at first. I thought it was a meme. I'm like, okay, I thought,
Nah.
Those
I saw that
two,
and I was like, let's fucking go.
But yeah,
Luke must have made them. I don't get why Luke did it. Just in terms of his best strikes were his kicks.
Yeah, I mean, looking at, for, Luke overall in MMA, he did his best striking, like you said, on the feet with his kicks, and then he was a really good grappler. He had amazing top control, ground, but submission. Yeah. He would that was where he was good at. So, and I mean, listening to him just talk, doing the face down, with Mike Perry on Ariel, the MMA Hour, and he was just saying that he just wanted to test himself, wanted to try this different discipline, and
it just sucks because he could have done better had it not been bare knuckle.
Oh, for sure.
For sure.
But I think that's a big part of it is the fact of it being bare knuckle. I think to a lot of fighters, it just it just brings out that inner dog in them, and they're just nah, I really want to do this shit. They just want to give it a try.
Not everyone's built for fighting, but the people that are built for fighting, not all of them are built for bare knuckle.
Oh, no.
It's just totally fucking different.
Yeah.
But Luke's coach ends up calling it in the second round with fucking teeth injuries. Mans was not built for it.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
The pictures were...
Oh, my... Yeah, that shit was... shit was just fucked up.
No, yeah, I don't blame them, but I'm just saying,
Because, I mean, you, watching it, you saw he gets hit with that right hand, he's kind of, backs away, and, you just see Dan Merglaer's, talking to him, and, you just see him kind of, shake his head, and, he was just done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ends... a minute 15 into the second round, BKFC, so it's only 2-minute rounds in the first place. So not even a 4-minute fight. Mike Perry gets it done. The first round was fucking wild. Perry obviously going after him right away, landing bombs on him, hurting him, and which is just crazy because it's obviously in MMA, Luke kind of having a suspect chin, but that's against big 185ers, 205ers. Yeah. Mike Perry, a fucking 170er who he hits hard, but he's more of a brawler. He's not a KO artist. For no. To see Luke getting hurt like that so early, I was just damn, he really might not just this really isn't for him, you know? Yeah. But then, just lands a nice left hand in the first round that hurt Mike Perry, started putting the pressure on him. For as long as that fight lasted, that really was a fun fight.
No, deadass.
Yeah.
The way it ended, though, I think everyone was just confused. Even Mike, when they called it, said... it just, you know what I mean? I don't think anyone really knew what happened at first. They're hold on, wait, it's over? What? Me and Jimmy got to see it live, so literally the crowd's reaction was... what just happened?
Everyone was so upset. They started booing.
Which I felt bad for that because, I mean, it was still, like you said, it was amazing up until that point. It was just, a kind of anticlimactic due to the fact that we didn't know exactly what happened. It wasn't, this clear shot of, oh, shit, he's out, he's down, whatever it may be. It was just, and it's over.
And,
yeah.
Because, Ginger, you watched, did you watch the entire card or, just main card?
I watched from the Kamosi Spawn fight up.
Okay, gotcha.
So those last 5 fights.
The entire card was amazing. Top to bottom, we're there, like, you know, we got there super early for the event and everything, you know, making sure that we're there, like, first fight and everything. Bro, first 3 fights, the first fight of the night, 1:23 in the first round. Second fight of the night, 7 seconds in the first round. The next fight, it ended, like, at the end of the first round. Like, it, like, these...
Just back to back first round finishes. It was fucking crazy.
So good.
Out of the 11 fights, we only had 2 go to decision. 5 of those were first round, and then we had 3 second round, 1 third round.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Absolute banger.
But yeah, the car was just amazing. The energy in there was just incredible. 'Cause, like, going there the first time, I thought, like, you know, it was awesome, but that really was just such an amazing.
This card shit on the first one.
Yeah, BK, like, they were really just able to pull it all together, and I mean,
hell yeah, it was amazing.
That co-main event,
bro.
Holy fucking shit!
What a fight!
Eddie Alvarez versus Chad Mendes at 165 pounds, no less. Absolutely ridiculous. Chad, bro, he fucking walked out there. He took off his shirt. The back on him, yo, he was on all the steroids for this fight. And
oh my god, he
all
was
for it.
All the juice.
But
he was.
Oh my god, both of them got 2 knockdowns in the fight. Both of them getting a knockdown in like the last 15 seconds of the 5th round. I mean, you know, obviously I feel like being in person, you know, it's like it's a lot harder to score it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's too much to take in at that point.
Yeah, but like in going into that 5th round, in my head I was feeling like, okay, Chad is probably winning this one, you know what I mean? But like, you know, it could be close. And then cuz I forget it was Eddie that got the first knockdown in the 5th round, right?
I think so.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure, because like,
and then Chad got it at like the very end.
Yeah, and so you know, like, Eddie got the knockdown, and I'm just like, oh shit, like, you know, this might be a draw, like like Eddie might be winning now. Then Chad gets out. I'm just like I didn't fucking know how it was gonna go. Like, I wouldn't have been mad with a draw. I feel like that was kind of just the general census of it at the end. Like, even Eddie was saying, like, yeah, I wouldn't have been mad at a draw. Like, it was just such a good fight that, like, they both just really put on. It was just beautiful.
No, seriously. It really was. No. And then Chad's retirement afterwards.
Yup. Announcing that, it being his last fight, like, which, very understandable, because I believe, like, it was 2018 or 19 that he retired, for, like, in the UFC?
I believe so.
Right, probably just came back for this fun money fight, you know.
Because he had one bare knuckle fight before.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean...
28, right at the end of 2018, basically start 2019. It was December 29th, 2018.
But yeah, and like, because I remember, like, when he had his first bare knuckle fight, like, just the talks of, like, I'm pretty sure he made, like, $600K or something for that fight.
That's insane.
Yeah, so, and it was just, like, the whole thing of, like, Francis made, like, $600K to defend his belt against Cyril, and then Chad made $600K to fuck up some dude, some nobody bare knuckle. In BKFC.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and... But, like, so...
I love that for them, though, that they're getting paid that good, especially for bare knuckle. That's great.
And, because that's the thing with it, is, like, you know, they, like, do have some money to, like, spend on these big stars, and it's just, like, they are able to, like, find some of these free agents and put together just some wacky matchups that are really fun and just... Yeah, and just put on just fun, exciting shows, and, like, you know, it may not be fights where you're just like, oh, this is like the fight I'm looking for, or whatever. But when it gets put together, you're just like, damn, okay, like, I'm into this. I'm gonna watch it, you know.
Also,
like,
realistically, even when you don't know their names, they're almost always good fights. Like I said, like, out of the 11 fights, you know, only 2 went to decision, and the one was Eddie Chad, which was fucking great, and even Courtney Gabrielle wasn't bad either. Like,
you know, that was a fun fight. But yeah, like. Definitely a big fan of BKFC. They're like, you know, they're saying like, oh, they're like the fastest growing combat sport, and they probably are. Like, it is blowing
They're gaining
up.
traction quick.
And with motherfucking Connor McNuggets walking into the building after the fucking Mike Perry, Luke Rockhold walking into the ring with the BKFC belt. Yo, that was so crazy to just see live.
No, seriously.
Oh my.
Watching the broadcast, I was like, Did I jump into a different timeline
Yo,
or something?
it
Like,
was so
what is
funny.
going on?
It was so funny because like out of nowhere people started standing up and Jimmy's like, yo, what's going on? So we stood up and I was like, yo, I think that's McGregor. And then he was like, I think you're right. And then on the screen behind us, like the camera faced him and we were like, oh my God. And Connor was in the fucking building.
Like, staring down with Mike Perry holding the BKFC belt, and it's just
fever
like,
dream.
what?
Cause like
looking unsober as fuck.
There's
a video of him straight up just drinking out of a proper 12 bottle.
No, I know, it's just funny. He was just in there fucked up.
Blasted.
But just him fucking, just Eddie saying like, that Connor was just coaching both him and Chad like during the fight, and he was just saying that like, Connor's like, oh, like throw an uppercut, and then he throws the uppercut, lands, and he was like, all right, like,
Yeah, he points over to him. You can see it in the broadcast because you can hear it in the broadcast. I'm yelling, uppercut, uppercut.
That's so funny.
Throws it, points over at McGregor. It's just like, what the?
That's so funny. But yeah,
My God.
There were so many people out there again. Like fucking Thug Rose was there, Gaethje was there, Usman, Neil Magny, Cowboy, Connor,
Derek Brunson, Drew Dober. I got to meet him.
Yeah, he got a picture with Drew Dober. Oh my God, definitely just as nice in person as he fucking like appears on camera and everything. Like,
I swear to God, the sweetest person I've ever met in my life. Like, it was insane because, you watch his interviews, you watch him in the press conferences, and you're like, that's a nice guy. But no, genuinely and truly just a down-to-earth person. It was amazing.
just see him walking behind at one point, and I was just like, yo, Drew, and like you just see him like just start looking, just like, oh, like, someone called me, and like, saw it, and like, just like acknowledged, and then Kate was just like, oh, Drew, I fucking love you. Like,
and then he just like, oh, and then I blew him a kiss, and he blew me one back, and I was like, oh, that's great. And then he came back, and I was like, fuck it, I gotta get a picture. So I went up to him and I was like, yo, I hope it's not too much, but like, can I get a picture with you? He was like, I was on my way back to see you. Like, he was like, you're so sweet, this is awesome. I was like, what the fuck, hell yeah. I was like, what? Like, you were coming back to see me?
But it was just such a great night. Like, BKFC, absolutely incredible. Oh man, if anyone could get tickets to that shit is just fucking, that shit's so much fun.
Hell yeah, highly suggested.
Oh my God.
But there were some other great fights on the card for sure. But those two were by far the biggest, most notable ones. And I mean, because that going on, there wasn't fucking barely anyone watching that UFC card. No one cared about motherfucking Song Yadong versus Ricky Simone over fucking Mike Perry and Luke Rockhold.
Yeah, it's sad because we love Song, but
Oh, for sure. I mean,
and
both
Ricky
of them
too,
are amazing
yeah.
fighters in the top 10 heading into this. And going back and watching this was a good ass fight.
Yeah.
I did not think that Song was gonna be able to, like, the takedown defense was amazing throughout it, and even when Ricky did get him down, he couldn't hold him down for shit. Like,
Nope.
Song just, he really shined in that performance after coming off the loss to Corey Sandhagen, the last one, just a rough fight, like, against someone, a true elite in that division. But this was an amazing bounce back performance for him.
It really was.
Oh my God. It really was. Just watching it live, like Ricky, like there was another fight. The Marcus DeLima, Waldo Cortez Acosta fight. Same kind of thing where it was just the leg kicks were doing so much for Song Yadong.
Yep.
To be able to get that win, because holy shit, like Ricky's legs were gone.
Yeah, but it's just, he's so patient in there.
Yeah.
But when he goes, it's full throttle, 100% behind it. He's looking to launch your head into the bleachers. Like, that is a scary man to be in front of him, and I feel like Ricky really kind of showed that with his performance.
No, seriously, because I feel like Song, like, he takes his time, but it's not just to find that one shot, it's to find the whole sequence of events that he, like, it's like he just thinks it out. He sees it in his head, and he's like, I'm doing it. I'm going. Let's fucking go. Like,
the right hand just fucking I feel like they really just they just like it just really made Ricky just so like timid to like, you know, be as aggressive as he normally is like in his other fights. And then just I forget what round it was, but the fucking left hook that dropped him, that shit was so clean. Yeah, Song was just on point.
Like right at the end of the round.
Yeah, I forget when it like when it was, but yeah, okay, yeah, but like just the foot, yeah, Song the power was just that. I feel like that was just like the big factor in this fight, and just Ricky really could not deal with that power coming at him.
The power, the leg kicks, just it's weird because Ricky's usually the one who is aggressing, who is pushing forward, and he was getting pushed back by Song Yadong by like basic pressure, really. Like he wasn't like putting so much like output out to be pressure him that way, just that constant moving forward pressure and just landing big shots when they are available. So
yeah, exactly. And yeah, it's just so great to watch Song do his thing, honestly. And the fact that this motherfucker is 25 years old.
Yes, I was waiting to say that. I didn't want to interrupt, but it blows my mind every time I think about it. I'm like, bro, he's my age.
Yeah.
He is young.
Like,
already has 12 fights in the UFC, 9-2-1. His only loss is a decision loss in 2021 to Kyler Phillips, and then his last fight before this to Corey Sandhagen, doctor stoppage into the fourth, which like I mean Corey's coming at you to cut you up and deal damage, so it's kind of fair that he got to cut that. You know what I mean? That's not like
no, yeah, exactly.
But yeah, this dude is fucking good, and oh man, he has so much time to fucking like just get to his full potential. Like he's got a solid 3-4 years before he's even in his prime.
Right?
Like, it's just so. Oh yeah, motherfucking Song though. He's great. But another fighter that's I was so high on him last year, doing so good. He had 3 decision wins last year in 2022. Finally gets his first UFC finish. Motherfucking Caio Borralho. It gets the second round rear naked choke over Michel Olajeszuk, but it was good for him to finally get that first finish, but he struggled with the striking in that first round, like that first 3 minutes or so. Michelle was really giving him a problem.
Yeah, I think he really just kind of put the pressure on him and was touching him up, and it forced Caio to fight back, you know what I'm saying, at the same pace, and he just wasn't as patient, wasn't as technical with it, and kind of just got a little sloppy, but shit, he still did his thing. He really showed what he needs to improve on, and hopefully he can, like, even though he won, hopefully he can still improve from that, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And I think he will. Not like, hopefully, like, it's, a long shot. 30 years old, like, he's definitely...
Yeah, he can. It just, as long as he, gleaned that lesson. If he didn't glean that lesson, then it's hard for him to learn from it, but...
That's it, like, just... And, I mean, for fucking Michel, by the end of the first round, he was already, like, tired and just, like, I feel like it was just the pressure of fucking Caio just always going after him, looking for the takedowns, even though Olajeszuk, his takedown defense was holding up, like, throughout, like, the entire first round. I think he got taken down right at the very end of it. It just... I really was kind of surprised with that. I was like, damn, start of the second round, I was like, he is noticeably tired. Takedowns just came right away, and then, that was just the beginning to the end. Which it's like, I mean, having a fucking good grappler at 185, that's definitely something that could mix things up, like, towards the top of that division, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Just needs to work a little bit on that striking.
Yeah.
And...
so we can make it to the top of the division.
Yeah.
That's it. And, like, because I felt like with just some of the... Maybe it was just, like, the power that was, like, kind of coming back at him early, because I know Olajeszuk has gotten, like, like, some knockouts and shit. But, like, because, I don't know, it just didn't look like he was fully committing to, like, some of, like, the shots, just hanging around a little bit too long in, like, the range, you know what I mean? Just not getting in, getting out, just kind of being efficient with it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, just tighten up that striking, get that takedown, like, just takedowns a little bit better. And yeah, this dude will definitely be a problem for for some of them top 15
That's
guys.
all it needs, some tweaks.
That's it. Because I mean, yeah, 4-0 in the UFC now. Like, you know, getting that finish, he probably will get a top 15 opponent after this.
Possibly,
Who do you think they'll give him?
Yo, let's get him versus Muniz. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Just a battle for place number 15.
Yep. Just like, who's the grappler in this division, you know what I mean? And then Brendan Allen's just gonna beat him and be like, I'm the grappler. And everyone's gonna be like, nah, it still can't be you. But
nice try, buddy.
Just gonna be the best grappler in that division, but
no one accepts it.
Oh man. Yeah. But I mean, either way, like it's all fresh matchups going into like, you know, the top 15, so it's like there's a lot of fights for him, honestly. Mm-hmm. It's just really gonna depend. I mean, now thinking about it, with how fuck the UFC made this middleweight division with their fucking matchmaking, I don't know. He might fucking fight Derek Brunson next. Who knows?
That's true.
Who the fuck knows what?
Yeah. Nice probably got fight Chris Curtis.
I just thought, like, as soon as that clicked in my head, I'm just like, God damn it, it's middleweight and UFC just sucks right now. I don't know what they're gonna do. Who the fuck knows?
There's too many things going on at middleweight, like people either dropping out of fights, someone trying to move down, fucking Alex Pereira moving up, like it's chaos.
But the true middleweight grappler in this division, in all honesty, is Rodolfo Vieira. This motherfucker gets it done. Second round arm triangle choke over Cody Brundage.
Yeah, that was nice.
Yeah.
I fucking love watching Rodolfo win. It just makes me happy. I don't know why. It's just great. He's just he's just older, like, Brazilian dudes or whatever that I'm just like, nah, I'm just all about the gripples, and when they're just able to do it, it's just like, good for you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, surviving a tough first round because holy shit, Cody almost got him out of there.
Yeah.
But I just felt like as soon as he got that knockdown and he followed up on the ground and started landing shots, in my head I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
Why are you gonna go to the ground with fucking Rodolfo? When fighters do that sometimes, I really don't understand it.
No, there are times where I'm like, I agree with what you're saying. There are times where it's like, he's hurt, but he's not that hurt that you're going to finish him here.
I don't know. He probably just like, you know, the adrenaline, seeing him go down. No, yeah, just the only thought was, okay, gotta follow it up so that he can finish, you know? Like, I don't think he even thought about the fact he was going to the ground with Rodolfo. Like...
Yeah, no, exactly. But it is one of those where it's just like, God damn.
Because, like, yeah, he's just trying to land hammer fists on top and stuff, Rodolfo covering up. And, I mean, to be fair, for a minute, it did look like he was going to get it. But Rodolfo just being slick in there, just trying to move, like, on deep half guard, just constantly moving, just finding the spots to hide his head, block the shots. And just after a little bit, was able to work up, like, get back on the single, you know, and just, yeah, ends up getting the takedown, getting his back, and, like, you know, to the end of the round. So it's just, like... Yeah, I don't know. It was just, like you said, it was probably just, like, you know, the adrenaline rush, but it's, like, that's just where the fight IQ comes in, you know what I mean? And it's just, you gotta be smart, because it's, like, yeah, if he was just, like, yeah, you know, get back up, just have him stand up, hit him with, like, you know, another good shot, then, you know, that could've, and I also feel like with refs and stuff, you know, if you get, like, a knockdown, you know what I mean, and like, you know, they get back up or whatever, and, like, if you're able to knock them down again quickly or, you know, hurt them again, like, right after, I feel like they're gonna be quicker to stop it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, yeah, you know, and he just kind of fucked up with that. Vieira was able to survive, comes out second round, Cody definitely started to get tired, and, yeah, was able to get the takedown, get on top, and this motherfucker... It's crazy, because he's only 33 years old, I'm pretty sure, too.
Yeah.
He is 33, yeah.
I feel like he's just so much older, but he just seems so much older in there when he's fighting.
That's what I was
thinking. Just gives the age of Glover.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. That's what I was thinking when he said these older Brazilian
I know,
guys.
I thought the same
and I'm
thing,
like,
but I
wait
wasn't
a minute.
Correct him, because I understand.
Am I wrong though? Like when he's fighting in there, does it not seem like he's like 38 years old?
It does.
No, yeah, I'm not. I'm not disagreeing with you. It's just one of those things where it's just like, wait a minute.
But yeah, but just another solid performance for Rodolfo. Just getting the fucking money up, getting these subs in the UFC. You gotta love it, but there ain't no way in hell he's ever gonna break GM3's record of most middleweight submissions. So
yeah,
I guess GM3 is actually the true grappler at middleweight.
GM3 is the grappler.
But yeah, I mean, other fights on this card, like, we were at the BKFC event, so we didn't get to watch it live, so only went back to watch some of them. But as I was saying before, with just, like, getting a knockdown and, like, hurting them again right after, that ended up leading to a terrible stoppage in the motherfucking Julian Erosa fight.
Yeah.
I mean, because, I don't know, how did you feel about that, Ginger? Because I don't think, like, we talked about that at all.
We have not. Watching it live, when I saw the whole fight play out, I'm like, all right, he's hurt. Okay, he's hurt. Like, he's hurt. Tries to get getting hit. The way he went down the second time, I'm like, I cannot blame. Who was it?
I think it was Chris Taione.
It was Taione, yeah. I can't blame Taione for jumping in at that point.
See,
I really can't.
Felt the opposite about the way he fell, because like, I don't know, it kind of seems like he went back, like his butt never even touched the ground, like he went down, sprung right back up type shit, and like I feel like the ref just, I don't know, saw him go down and like reacted, but didn't, I don't know, give it the full time to play out for a second, because he did, I don't know, he just got right back up. Like,
it's not so much like the way he went once he got to the, like, even though he didn't get to the ground, it's like it looked like he just, for like maybe it was only half a second or a second, but he was dropping like a sack of potatoes. Like he was falling hard. It's like it looked like it was over. So that's
because that was the thing. Like like watching and just like watching like the replay and seeing it a couple of times. Like I feel like, on that second one, like, because it did look like the lights definitely went out for that second, but like he didn't go all the way down and like he was already back up. So I just feel like Chris saw like the lights go out and he was like, okay, like he just got hurt, like, and he's just like coming in to like stop it. But I feel like if you're just like, even though if you're moving in, if you just see him like pop right back up and start like circling, I feel like you just step back at that moment and just let that play out for that extra. You know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't know. I just feel like it just sucks too for him coming off that knockout loss to Alex Caceres in his last one. So it just like it just sucks for Juicy J.
Yeah, it definitely does.
But I mean, motherfucking Fernando coming in is definitely a nice win for him in his UFC debut.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, let's go, Fernando.
26 years old.
It's a fun division to be in.
145.
Yeah. All striving to fight Volkanovski one day. Or maybe they're all striving to fight the next champion after Volkanovski when he retires one day. Who knows? Oh man. But
Volkanovski getting old, but it just doesn't even seem like he is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like the end is very near.
It doesn't at all.
See, you say he's striving to fight Volkanovski. I'm like, so you're like, yeah, it's actually striving to fight Max.
Right, striving to get past Max to get to that fight. Or hopefully just make it to the top of the division in the time that Max is booked for a fight so that you can finagle your way into a title shot.
No, see, here, you gotta...
Without fighting Max.
You gotta work your way up, you lose to Max Holloway, you beat Brian Ortega, then you fight Volkanovski, alright? That's just the natural state of things at this point.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, other than that, though, what were any other fights on that card that you thought were, like, good, Ginger, since you did get to see all of them, watch them live, and...
I was... So, watching them live... The one that disappointed me, because the Trey Waters Josh Quinlan fight, I was really high on Quinlan after his last performance, And then when they went to the tail of the tape, and I saw Trey Waters is like 6'5" with an 80-inch reach, I'm like, why is this dude not a middleweight? And he knows how to. And the thing is, he knows how to use his reach because, goddamn, Josh can't get shit on him.
Yeah, Jimmy.
His best ones were leg kicks. That's it.
Jimmy and I saw him fight in Contender Series, and he got finished by Bonfim, which we saw. So that happens. But then where did he fight in? LFA? Yeah, we watched him in LFA, and he got like a nice finish on somebody. And then last minute took this because Ange Lusa pulled out. And I honestly thought that he might have would have gotten the finish on him. But you know what? Did he do good at least?
Oh,
well, you said that he used his reach really well. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, he was doing really well. He was baiting. He was doing the Pereira thing where his left hand is very low and like he's almost leaning forward to invite you to attack, and then he just steps back a little bit, straight left.
Just fade back. Oh, nice.
He was just countering perfectly with his reach and just baiting Josh to come in because Josh was the much shorter man. So.
That's what's up. Good for him, though.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad it was a good performance because I definitely I was excited to see him fight or for him to be in the UFC now and to be watching him fight.
Oh yeah, no, Trey did really well, and then Marcus McKee coming in on 3 days' notice against Newsom to get the rear naked choke in his UFC debut.
Yeah, that's pretty solid. That's good for him.
Really good. And here's the thing, like I didn't know much about Marcus, like really anything until I saw like he took the fight on short notice. I'm like, okay. MMA Twitter was hyped for this fight.
Really?
Apparently a bunch of people knew who Marcus McKee was, and I didn't. I'm like, well, all right. This is interesting.
All right.
So, was really watching this fight, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm pretty impressed with the way he was able to get that submission. So,
hell yeah. Because, I mean, yeah, a fucking impressive submission. Motherfucking Arena coming in UFC debut, getting a first-round knee bar over Stephanie Edgar. I mean,
that's right, yeah.
She did miss weight by 4 pounds. Weighing in at 140, so it's like, shit. Maybe she can get a 145 fight with Norma Dumont for a title against Amanda Nunes. Like, a title fight against Amanda Nunes. Who knows? But
but that knee bar was still nice.
Yeah,
it was.
Stephanie was trying to defend it. She was doing good, but the second that Arena had that, she tapped right away. She's like, "Nope, you're not cranking nothing."
Yeah, and it was a really nice knee bar. I don't know about doing the millionaire strut after missing by 4 pounds.
Yo. Me and Jimmy said the same thing.
Like, I don't think that's the best look.
It's also just funny because, like, it's just like, doing that, and it's like, you're forfeiting 30% of your purse. Like, you gotta give her $3,000. Like, like, where you, what you doing that fucking the Billy walk for? Like, it's just so many fucking. Oh yeah, wasn't her nickname the Russian Ronda?
I didn't want to bring that up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It was just terrible. Also, she definitely got to tighten up the striking because she was getting touched up a bit. Like,
she looks awkward striking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, but she looked awkward as hell out there.
Good sub though.
Let's go. But but as a UFC, they keep on pumping out events. It's a good old classic Apex fight night. On Saturday. It's usually not as good. Oh man, but there's been so much shit going on in just fight announcements, news, everything. So let's just start with some motherfucking fight announcements. I'm just gonna start with the most fun one. Yo. Who hasn't RDA fought?
That's what I'm saying. Like, RDA is the real BMF. I don't care what anyone says. He's the real BMF.
This dude has fought and will fight anyone. Just an absolute fucking legend. Because this dude, fighting at 170 for I think it was his last one. He moved back up to it. But yeah, fucking fighting Vicente Luque. I mean, I was kind of hoping that we were gonna get the Jack Della Maddalena versus Vicente Luque matchup. But I mean, shit. RDA versus Luque, that's still a damn good fight. I do not have any complaints with that.
No. How could you? The Luque RDA, that's banger.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
That's going to be so good. Another amazing fight. Joel Alvarez back versus Mark DeCasey. That's going to be so much fun. I am so excited for that. I got no idea how fucking Joel is fighting at 155. It is absolutely insane. I'm pretty sure he's like 6'3" with like fucking 75 or something inch reach. Like it's some ridiculous ass shit.
It's insanity. Like the way
6'4", 77 inch reach.
I was about to say him and like Jalen Turner are damn near the same size.
Yeah, like
that's crazy.
Like, yo, there are just some of these fucking long, lanky dudes that's like, what are you doing out here? Like, that's just... You're just I don't know, just fucking feats of nature just doing this kind of shit. Like, bro, at 6'4" with that long arms and shit, like, you should never be 155 ever.
Okay, so Wiki said 6'4", but Tapology says 6'3".
Okay, I thought he was 6'3", but...
It's somewhere in there.
Either way. It's just crazy. And that's gonna be a crazy fight. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
Big fight at middleweight. I'm really sad that the original fight fell out. Because that is like part of this. But yeah, Jack Hermanson falling out against Brendan Allen. That was gonna be a fun one. I was really excited for Brendan Allen to get a good step up into like, you know, the top 10 of the division.
Yeah.
Cause where is old Jack's ranked number 10. But yeah. Jack pulls out, but we get motherfucking Bruno Silva filling in after his big win over fucking Brad Tavares, so, you know.
Yeah, so...
That's going to be a fun one. Yo, you think Bruno's going to knock him out?
I don't know.
Might.
I feel bad for Brendan Allen.
I do, too. I was just thinking about it, and I'm like, damn, like, Bruno's not even ranked either, and he's about to get knocked the fuck out by this guy.
This dude subs Andre Muniz. And they're like, let's give you Jack Hermanson, which is such a, like, that's just such a great fight for him after that kind of a win. And then he pulls out and then they're just like, Bruno Silva.
It's Bruno.
Just like, I thought you're not supposed to talk about Bruno. Like, come on, man. Oh, that's crazy. But yeah. Brendan really is all in on it, so let's go, you know? That's going to be a fun fight either way.
Yeah.
More sad pullouts, though. Our favorite fucking flat earther, geocentric, and get as many things as you can go off. Bryce Mitchell, he's out of his fight with
guy
Mozart.
Who didn't start using soap till the Ultimate Fighter.
Yeah, he didn't start using soap till on the Ultimate Fighter. He didn't trust it. He's like, I didn't know about all this stuff, but you guys put me onto it.
Yep. He's out.
Yeah. And this sucks because that's this week coming up too. It just, god damn it, that fight. It's just already such like an pay-per-view. So many things kind of going with it, and just one of the most like it was supposed to be Bryce versus Jonathan Pierce. Pierce pulls out. We get motherfucking Evloev filling in. Such a better fight. It was just like, so let's go. And now he's out, and you get motherfucking who is it? Diego Lopez.
Womp womp womp.
Sad.
Yeah.
Very sad.
Just, god damn it. But that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
But another fun fight, though. I'm actually pretty excited for this one. I feel like this is going to be... I feel like this is just going to be a lot of fun. Neil Magny versus Philip Rowe.
Oh, yeah.
They're both just some fucking tall, long dudes at 170. Philip just got some nice, crisp boxing. Neil likes to work behind the jab. Definitely used a lot of clinch work. So yeah, I'm excited to see how that goes.
Yeah, nice step up for Phil.
It is, and I think Phil's going to be working a lot on his dirty boxing and clinch work.
Yeah, you got to be ready for that clinching up against the cage when you're fighting Neil. Like that's.
Oh yeah.
if you're not working on like getting out of clinches or like just staying at range circle and whatever, you can easily spend like 10 of the 15 minutes with your back on the cage, just little punches to the body, punches to the head, knees to the body, like defending. A lot of people don't like Neil, but he's getting it done out here. Most wins in welterweight history, so let's go.
Sure.
Well, let's go. RoboCop. He's back. Versus probably the fighter with one of the greatest names to say in MMA, Dennis Tulilulilan.
Yeah, that's my favorite name.
That's so good.
Tulilulilan.
Tulilulilan. Tulilulilan. I don't know, but it's fun. He's a fun fighter too. He's out there trying to put some hands on people, and that's exactly what RoboCop's about too. So someone probably getting knocked out. I'll probably take the under on a round and a half in that fight.
Yeah.
So let's go. What else? What other? Oh my God. Fucking Cody.
Cody Garbrandt.
It ain't a big name for shit, but goddamn, that's a tough fight for him fighting Mario Bautista.
Yeah.
Because fuck, who did Mario just fight in his last one? He fought not too long ago, right?
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Oh fuck.
Yeah, he beat Guido Canetti first round sub.
Yeah.
On the Jan Dvashvili card.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean he's on a 4-fight win streak, 3 submissions, 1 decision. Lost to Trevin Jones, second round knockout, but then had a flying knee when Miles Johns. Like, this dude also, I feel like every time we talk about him, I always got to bring it up. But this motherfucking, his debut was against Corey Sandhagen. That's just fucked up.
That is fucked up.
That's just crazy.
Ugh.
It's going to end up being one of those fucking things where how you guys did the What the Fuck Wednesday. It's just like, this dude fought Corey Sandhagen? Like, what the fuck? Oh, man. But yeah. That's a good fight for Mario, though.
Yeah, it's a sad fight for Cody.
Yeah.
That's a hard one for Cody.
I mean, at least he probably won't get, like, more than likely he won't get knocked the fuck out. I feel like Mario's smart, so there's a good chance he's probably going to work for a takedown and look for a sub. But, I mean, it's Cody, you know what I mean? So it's like that he might get touched up. He might start swinging, and he might start going down. So that's a scary one for him for sure. But all right.
I'm glad I went to go look at something because this is hot off the press.
Oh, all right. Breaking news. What we got, Jim?
Breaking news.
Oh my God. What the fuck is going on?
Juliana Pena pulls out a fight with Amanda Nunes.
Yes!
It is now Amanda Nunes versus Irene Aldana.
Let's fucking go!
Yes!
Oh, that's awesome.
We were saying to happen.
That's so fucking good.
Thank you, MMA gods. This is the fight we all needed. Fuck you, Juliana Pena. I don't want to hear her say another goddamn word. Oh my God. Shut up and fucking actually try and beat someone for that shot. And you're gonna lose because you're not that good. Facts. Oh my God.
Big facts.
That's such a better fight. Well,
does it say why she pulled out or not?
Not yet, no. This is just as soon as... And I made sure to go look to make sure the person was who I thought it was, and it is. So, yeah, no. Pena out, Irene Aldana in, June 10th.
Let's fucking go.
Let's go. Oh, yeah. That is a much better fight. So yeah, let's go. I'm actually 100%. Excited for that pay-per-view now.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, shit. Well, I don't know how to transition at all with that. It just got me all fucking hyped up, and I'm just like, yeah, that's just good. But yeah.
Speaking of dropping things, Kelvin trying to drop some weight.
Yeah.
Dropping down to 170 in September.
He's trying to do it again. I mean,
why? I don't know.
I mean, honestly, if he can, like, actually diet right, because I know so many people have been saying, like, oh, he should drop down for so long, and, like, I don't know, I am very much of, like, just certain people are built differently, and like just some people are like, yeah, they're just gonna carry more like extra weight. They're just whatever it is, and it's just like if that was where he felt the best and where he felt comfortable, then it's like that's where he should be. But I mean, if he thinks going back down to 170 is the way to go, he's trying to get a fight lined up in September. Let's go. I mean, they're probably gonna
fight.
They're gonna keep him in the top 15 at 170.
They have to.
There's
so.
Yo, you think we get like him versus fucking Jeff Neal?
Maybe.
That could be a real fun fight.
Because Neal's booked, Luke's booked, Brady's booked, Madalena's booked. Chiesa? Is Chiesa booked?
I don't know, but I don't know. I feel like Kelvin's just like a good name, and I feel like they're gonna want to put him in like a fun fight. I don't really know if anyone would care to see him like fight Chiesa.
I mean,
yeah.
Because in my head, I feel like if it's not Neal, maybe Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy's booked against Michelle.
Oh yeah, true. True.
So yeah,
when are they all booked for though? Because I mean, September's still some time away.
Yeah.
Fairly soon.
Probably like 290 or some shit. If I like around there, if I had to guess.
Let's see.
But yeah, either way though, I'm definitely if Kelvin is good and healthy at 170, that's a lot of fun matchups. Like that's gonna be some fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm down for that.
No, yeah, 100%. As long as he can get down there healthily.
No, yeah, of course, because that's just the biggest thing. Like, yeah, people are just like, oh yeah, gonna move down a weight class, because like thinking that they can do it, but like actually making that weight, that's a different thing. Because you also got motherfucking Paul Craig saying that this dude's trying to go down to 185, and that's I love it. I fucking love that. Yo. If this dude can make 185 good and healthy, he's still not going to do great, but he's going to have some fun fights like he always does,
Oh, yeah. He's coming down like, no, I'm the real grappler 185.
I feel like you got to book him versus GM3. You know what I mean? That's just...
Yeah.
I feel like you
almost
have
to.
Huh?
You almost have to.
That's such a fun fight. That's just such a ridiculous fight. They just both try and fucking double guard pull like his actual BJJ match. Oh, man. But yeah, God. I mean, again, just fun matchups for him at 185. A lot of rough matchups, though, especially towards the top of that division. But
yeah.
I mean, this is, at least in theory, they're not as, big of hitters as the guys at 205, so maybe that punch resistance could be a little bit better.
That's the thing. He heard that Alex was moving up to 205 and was like,
I gotta get out of here.
Slide on out.
He's like, the UFC wants someone to fight a real guy. I'm a real guy. I ain't fighting him.
Holy shit.
Oh, man. But, I mean, talking about not having punch resistance, poor Arnie in his hands.
Bro.
This dude just be breaking the damn things. And, because, just talking on the MMA Hour that there ain't no chance he's fighting on the, summer card for London. His hands are fucked up, punching Maxi in his head. Which, I mean, it's understandable. He blended some giant shots on Max's head, which, like...
Hell yeah, but dude just be breaking his hands.
Yeah. It's... he's such a good fighter. I love watching him fight, but it's just, like... It's going to be so hard to see him, like, actually do anything real in this division if he's just constantly getting injured in, like, all of these fights.
Yeah.
Because it's like, he was on, like, what, a fucking 10-fight win streak or whatever before it or something, and, like, it was still basically every fight where he was getting injured, you know what I mean? Like, like, yeah, there are just some of those guys where they're just damage prone, and it just seems like he's just one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and that kind of thing, like, well, and I mean, like, it just might be one of those things where it's like, because Floyd used to break his hands all the time as well, and it just might be, which is why he liked the really puffy big glove. He didn't use like the horsehair gloves or whatever, and that just might be it. Like he just might have like the bone density in his hands just might not be as strong as some of these other guys. And I mean, hitting Max in the head, Max just seems to have a very hard head. So
yeah, that thing's probably made out of some fucking crazy Hawaiian rocks. You know what I mean? Like that. Just fucking generations of volcanic material just blending into people, just giving them crystallized brains, you know?
What?
What the fuck?
You had me looked up petrified wood and how that is created, and that's how it's created. You got volcanic ash going into the shit and replacing the minerals.
That's hilarious.
And that's what's happening to them Hawaiians getting thick skulls out here. Let's go! Alright,
moving on.
But yeah, there's a lot of UFC shit going on. But you know what's better than UFC shit? Other MMA shit. And yo, if this shit fucking happens, PFL is apparently looking to buy out Bellator. If they are able to just absorb their entire roster, that is possibly a promotion that could like actually rival the UFC on a much more consistent basis. You know what I mean? Because I feel like there are some nights where Bellator there are some nights with Bellator where, like, you know, it's like, okay, they actually have, like, a better card than the UFC. Like, that's definitely happening more consistently over the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
You put PFL and Bellator together, I feel like you can start doing some big things.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. It's going to add the divisions they currently do not have.
Yup. 25, 35, 85.
Yep. Add some depth to their 205 to heavyweight, 155, 145 divisions.
Yep, 170.
170 as well.
They just started out women's featherweight this year, so that would make that much better. They'd be able to have women's flyweight,
and it would be a lot more of a direct competitor to the UFC because they're both on ESPN Plus.
Yes. Yeah, which is kind of crazy to think about.
Yeah.
Which also, that's like, I mean, thinking about it for ESPN, that's insane that, like, if PFL actually does buy out Bellator and you do just have these two giants of, like, MMA that are both based in America and they're both hosted on ESPN, like, that's crazy, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, shit,
they essentially would own the monopoly.
Yeah, it's... Oh,
big
man.
Competition.
But yeah, I'm so excited for that. That is a company that can start actually pulling in much more free agents. The thought of going... So with that, do you think that the PFL would, like, the extra divisions that Bellator has, that, like, they would add them to their, like, tournament and, like, their, like, seasons and stuff? Because I'm also thinking about it, I'm just like, that's 4 more divisions, that's $4 more million they're handing out at the end of the year.
I feel like they probably will, because with buying Bellator, I don't know, I'm assuming that they'd end up making more money. So if they're already willing to be handing out these $1 million for the end, you know, that adding the 4 more divisions, if they're bringing in more money, wouldn't be an issue.
That's true.
But maybe they wouldn't do it right away for that reason?
Yeah, because it's also, like, because then just thinking about, like, I don't know, with all, like, the fighters that, like, Bellator has, and, like, because there are definitely a good amount of fighters on the Bellator roster that are making a lot of money, you know what I mean? And so it's, like, PFL, like, I don't know exactly, like, if they have to just uphold those contracts, like, how exactly all of that works. So it's just, like, if they also just have to start paying out all of them, you know what I mean? Like, you know, so, like, yeah, it's going to bring in a lot more revenue, but it's also just so much, like, extra going out, so that it's hard to say. They might wait on it a little bit, kind of see how things play out, you know what I mean? But either way, like, there's just a lot of, like, I mean, shit, with just how 170 is going in PFL this year, any of those, like, top 4 or 5 guys fighting, like, Yaroslav Amosov, shit, that's some fun. I'm down for that. Like, oh, yeah, that's awesome. That's so exciting. I love it. I just love competition to the UFC. It's just better for, like, MMA in general, so let's go.
Nice steps to that.
Until it eventually gets bought out by the UFC.
Yeah,
they'd have to admit that those guys are good.
I mean, they bought out Strikeforce, they bought out LEXC.
WEC,
Pride.
Yeah, they just like to buy out their competition.
Yeah. That's all.
I mean, they just bought WWE.
PFL's gonna stand firm.
They just merged with WWE, like anything that can be considered any type of competition. They're just like, nah, just join us.
One just buys PFL.
Oh my god! And we'd just be right back to essentially Pride versus the UFC.
And then one just falls apart because of fucking Yakuza dealings.
No.
Organized
one
crime
prospers.
and all that.
Oh, that.
Anyway, moving on.
But yeah, they also doing the goddamn thing out here. But you know what they're not doing the goddamn thing with? Francis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, I am definitely at the point where I think Francis fucked up.
I mean, at this point, his only option is PFL, but if he's standing on what he wants, I don't think that PFL is going to take him either, but that's literally his last option.
Yeah, I don't know.
For MMA, at least.
Going on with all that. It's just weird that this is... They did not PFL. One did say that it was not the financials, that they were not...
No, yeah, it was just like personal matters, like they just didn't align on certain things. Like,
I mean, you know, Chachi had to let everyone know that it's like they got plenty of money. You know, that's not the issue.
No, yeah, exactly.
But
well, I mean, if they had been able to sign Francis, like, and with them coming to America, if that first event goes really well, and then having another one with Francis on it,
yeah, that's how you sell out a stadium. Like that's, you know what I mean. So, that's how you do something big, but. Yeah, it just sucks because I was honestly like just the thought of Francis fighting like honestly it was really like Anatoly Malikin, their interim heavyweight champ.
Yeah, that would have been such a good fight.
I wanted to see that so goddamn bad. Someone's getting knocked the fuck out in that fight. That's all I know, and oh my god, that would have been great.
I mean, we said the same thing with Francis versus Derek.
Anatoly's different though. He don't got a bad back.
Fair enough.
Oh. But yeah, it sucks, but it's like you gotta understand. It's like, cause yeah, what you guys were saying that this dude wanted us fucking spotting the board at 1, like
yeah, like the board of directors. Yeah,
that is just that's asking for too much. Like
definitely
that is pretty crazy to I don't know. That's
turn down 20 million guaranteed because you're not seeing eye to eye on some of that stuff, like.
And that's just what's crazy to me because I don't know. It's like, respectfully, like you're a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like you're there to be fighting and like they're paying you handsomely. So it's like, I don't see what the issue is. It's not like you're arguing like, okay, like I need more money. You need this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wonder what his exact goals were with trying to be a part of the board.
So
that's
like, in my opinion, because with being part of the board, he would have like much more direct decisions and like, just all of the things that would pertain to like him fighting, you know?
Yes, but also with a board, you know, it's multiple people, so it would have to come to an agreement. I feel like it would be jury duty, and he's the one guy like, no, this guy's guilty, and I'm not leaving here till y'all agree with me. Like,
but it's a, you know, like, and like even having a spot on there, he probably wouldn't get a lot of the things that he might be thinking, you know. But it at least gives him that seat at the table to get his like. His opinions across, like, you know, the things that he wants across, and it does just create, like, allow more of a dialogue for them, you know what I mean? And so, like, and because that's just, that's just part of the things that he wanted within the UFC, like, and because that's the thing, like, with him wanting to go and box, if you're like a boxer and like, you know, especially if you have like your own promotion that's like doing the event, you know, for like you have control over everything.
Yeah.
Like everything in the contract, and you get to like pick control of and like decide all of that stuff. So it's just like, yeah, he wants to have that in MMA, but it's like you're not just gonna like he's not that level of a star where he can just go to any organization and be like, nah, treat me like a boxer. Like,
right.
Like that's only happening in boxing because there's actual legal like there's legislation, like, you know, to allow this shit to happen. That was the only, no boxing promoter was ever gonna do that shit before they were literally forced to do that. And that's why MMA promoters don't do that, because they're not forced to. And so it's just like, yeah, he definitely shit the bed with the timing on all of it, which it's like, you understand, because that was the end of his UFC contract, and it's like he would have had to sign another one, which held him in for so much longer, him being already 36, I'm pretty sure. Like, it just sucks, but it's like, if he's good with, like, you know, sticking to his guns on like everything that he wants with like the like, you know, the non-financials, then it's like, you're just probably never gonna fight an MMA again. You know, it was just you just might have a boxing fight with like a Deontay Wilder or something, like, you know, some kind of name like that, and that's probably just gonna be the end of it.
Right. Get paid that one last time, and then,
which just sucks. Like, that's like him fucking like beating Stipe when he did to, like, you know, become the champion. And if at that point, if you were just like, he's gonna defend his title one time in like a year, and then like 2 years after that he's gonna have one boxing fight, and then like that's gonna be in the end of his career. It's just like, you just be like, what the fuck? Like, this dude is literally just knocking out, steamrolling through everyone. Like, how is this even possible? It's just, it really does just suck to see for motherfucking Francis.
Yeah.
But I mean, either way, he changed his life, you know, like in fighting in the UFC with the money that he's already made, the status that he's 100%. Become. So it's like, and I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's why he is doing all of this, because he doesn't care if he doesn't make any more money, because he's already done so much more than he ever could have dreamed of, and it's just all about the principles at this point, and that's why it's just, we're in the state of where it is. And it's like, the fans are upset, but Francis is happy, so that's
really all that matters.
Exactly. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Oh man, but that wraps up all of the motherfucking fight announcements and news and all of that. That was good. There's a lot of shit going on.
Hell yeah.
I love it. And it's MMA, you know, it's combat sports. The shit never stops going on, because next week it's finally here. Sorry. One Championship, Prime Video 10, making their US debut. Let's fucking go.
Man, I'm so excited.
Again, we got tickets to see that shit live, so happily, at least I saw on Friday, so not conflicting with UFC. That's very awesome.
Yep.
But goddamn, you got 3 title fights on top of that, all of them in the flyweight division, all in different combat sports. You got DJ versus Adriano Moraes 3 in the main event, possibly DJ's retirement fight, more than likely is it. Oh man, that's
sad to think about.
You got Rod Tang versus some dude that I don't know, but it's Rod Tang fighting, so that's gonna be a wild fight for the that's a
champion.
Oh yeah, I forget. It's fucking, this is bantamweight, but it's fucking, or because Tapology says bantamweight, it had me fucked up because it's at 135, but it's 125 because it's flyweight because it's one, you know, but it's 135 the weight class
because it's bumped up.
Yeah. I was just looking at it on Tapology, so it had me fucked up. But yeah, so that's for one flyweight championship, and then Darth Rigatoni, the nerdiest dude in a combat sports game, Mikey Mutsamichi,
my favorite grappler.
One flyweight submission grappling championship. That's gonna be amazing. I'm so fucking excited for this card. It's so good.
Oh yeah.
Got Stamp Fairtex on there, Roberto Soldic, Sage Northcutt coming back after 3.5 years off.
Sage coming back is interesting.
I'm so goddamn nervous for him. That is like,
dude got half his face like essentially like blown off in his last fight.
Yeah, that was not good at all. Terrible. Some might say that should have been the end of his career, especially with how nice of a guy he is, but this dude just wants to be an MMA fighter, so it's
just crazy because all it took was 29 seconds.
Yep.
First round. Like
one punch. Boom. Face just shattered.
Yeah.
Yeah, that X-ray picture was crazy.
Yeah, it is just so brutal. It's such an amazing card. I'm so excited for every single fight other than that one, honestly. I just really don't want to see it. I just don't want to see Sage get hurt, honestly. Like, if he's able to have a great win and, like, a comeback, that's going to be so beautiful to see. And, like, awesome for him, but... Yeah, that's just such a nerve-wracking one. But yeah, so many good fights on that card. Gingy, what's your favorite fight on that card? What are you looking forward to the most?
Demetrius Johnson's fight. That's really all. Like,
I figured
it just is what it is.
I mean, hey, there's a lot of other good fights on there. You know, there could have been a sneaky one that you're more excited for. You know, but
you gotta remember, it's hard. It's been hard for me to watch one.
Yeah,
so
I know.
It's hard to even
suck.
like be like, oh yeah, this more deep cut fighter on the card. Like,
I really don't understand, because it's like there are events that happen on their time, they're on YouTube the next day, and then they're on Amazon Prime. You know what I mean? You could easily watch all of these fights, and you just choose not to. I just think you hate one.
You're getting distracted just to talk shit to Ginger. Any fucking way.
But nah. DJ Adriano 3. Flyweight Championship. Oh! Both of them getting fucking knockouts over each other with knees. Is the third one. Is at altitude this time. DJ's getting up there in age, but this is such a fun fight. I'm so excited for that. Yeah, it's just...
Who's getting it done?
I think DJ's got it done.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Let's
just...
fucking go, DJ.
It's just funny, because how old... He's 36, right?
Mm-hmm.
36. So, what, his birthday... When... Okay, is then, and they just fought... Okay, so he was 36 in the last fight, too? Okay, yeah. Sorry, I just wanted to, like, just check that real quick. Because just with just seeing, like, a stat, like, recently, and it was just, like, in the UFC, like, in title fights from 125 to 170, fighters that are over the age of 35 are 2-28 in those title fights. And it's just, like, that's just kind of crazy to think about. But then it's, like, you got motherfucking DJ out here. Just doing the damn thing, 36 years old. And it's like, you know, just thinking about that stat, it's like, obviously the age isn't in his favor. But then it's also like, when it comes to trilogies, whoever won the second fight's more likely to win the third fight. So there's a lot of different little statistics that play out in different ways. You know, it always makes things interesting. But skill for skill, I think DJ, I think he is just the better fighter. But Moraes' length and reach, I feel like, are just always going to give him problems. You know, it's just a stylistic thing that I feel like DJ struggles with, like, just taller, longer fighters. But he's just he's just a genius in there. It's just how is he not going to get it done in the US too? Like, you know, he's got this shit. But yeah, one's going to be great on Friday. I'm so happy they're coming to the US. I hope they just start shaking things up, become like an actual competitor to the UFC. Yeah. This shit's going to be great. And then Saturday night, you got a UFC pay-per-view for sure. There's some fun fights on it, but it ain't the best card overall. It is a little bit lacking. But you got the real bantamweight title fight going on. Aljo versus Henry. Motherfucking Triple C is back, trying to get that 135 belt so he can just go up and fight Volkanovski without having to fight a real featherweight. That's just what this is.
That's what it is for Henry, yeah.
I mean, that's... But either way, Henry, he is such an amazing fighter. It's good.
No, he is. So this is really going to be an interesting matchup between these two, especially like considering the size disparity between them.
Grappling differences, like the style of grappling between them, the striking differences, like they are just two completely different fighters. But this is gonna be such a fun fight. I really do not see this fight going 5 rounds.
Neither do I. I see a finish.
Who
getting
you guys
finish
leaning for? Yeah. Who are you guys leaning towards? You think Aljo's getting it done?
Yeah.
What do you think, Gingy? Your official prediction for Aljo versus Cejudo?
I'm like 51-49 to Aljo. Like, it's like damn near neck and neck. Like, I really couldn't tell you.
You just told us. Aljo. By 1%.
Honestly,
by 2%.
It's hard because I feel like I'm just always sleeping on Aljo, and he's just always getting it done in with just solid ass performances. Other than when he initially won the belt with the DQ win to fucking Piotr. But I just feel like Henry's getting it done in this one. I don't know, man. Like, Henry, he is probably the cringiest fighter, but he is possibly just one of the best combat sports athletes to ever compete. Like,
no, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's the only fighter to have an Olympic gold medal and a UFC title, and he ended up getting 2 of them in two different weight classes. Like, he's just doing things out here that no one else is doing. It's just, like, he is just such an amazing fighter. Like, it's hard for me to bet against him.
His fight IQ is insane.
Yeah,
that's what makes this so hard.
Fucking John Jones left fucking Albuquerque in his main camp and started doing work with Henry Cejudo. You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's because he kind of got kicked out, but you know.
Well, yeah, still, but to fucking do work with Henry, you know what I mean? Like, for that to be one of the people that you're trying to work with, that just
no, that's fair.
It just shows that how smart of a fighter that Henry is, and
no, yeah,
it's gonna be some good shit. And this co-main event. It wasn't the amazing co-main event that we were hoping for, but it was the amazing co-main event that we needed. Motherfucking Bilal versus Gilbert. 5 rounds, short notice. Let's go. This should be the number 1 contenders fight to fight Leon.
Yeah, no.
It should be. It's gonna be the fight 100%. To fight the winner of Colby and Leon, but
so fucking stupid.
Stupid.
But whatever.
It's gonna be a good fight though. I think Gilby's getting it done.
No, yeah, 100%. Like this one, I feel more confident.
Him out, Kate?
Nah, I don't think he's gonna knock out Gilbert.
Imagine if Bilal was able to knock out Gilbert. Oh my goodness,
that'd be fucking crazy.
That'd be crazy. I'd be calling into question the power of Khamzat Chimaev. He wasn't able to do it.
That's true.
I mean, Usman was able to finish him, and Khamzat wasn't, so it's like, hey.
Look, all you need is a good power jab.
That's really it. You just got to put a jab on Gilbert, and then that's when his chin falls apart. Big right hands, he can eat those, but a good jab, shit.
Shit, Bilal might get it done. I feel like he might win, honestly.
Honestly,
I think he might get the decision.
I say Gilbert right away, but then there's just the part of me that I'm just like, yo,
I really think that Bilal might get it done.
Mm-hmm.
And when they made this, I was like,
it's a good fight.
It's a good fight. The reason I'm confident in Gilbert is I think his striking is a lot better and cleaner than Bilal's.
Yes.
And Bilal's going to go for takedowns. Mm-hmm. And do you really want to take down someone like Gilbert Burns who can submit you off his back?
No.
So I
think Gilbert's a better striker. I think Gilbert's a better striker. He's stronger. He's got better wrestling. Better grappling overall. I still think Bilal can get it done.
Yeah.
I think Bilal can get it done.
I think one thing that, it's just his tenacity. Bilal's just going to go after it. He's just going to be in there, and he's going to be working all night long.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just against certain people, it's just... they can just start to fall apart in front of them. Mm-hmm. Look at fucking Sean Brady. That shit was terrible.
Yeah, that was
What the
awful.
hell was that? Craziness. I'm still
Gave
disappointed.
Bilal a knockout. Let's go.
I'm still angry at Sean Brady about it.
I'm still so happy about that. That was so fucking funny.
Oh my God.
Me. He's knocking him out. You were fucking stupid. It happens. How many months later? How long later? A year later?
I'm still angry about it. But yeah, either way though, that's gonna be a good fight. It's a great fight. Yeah. It's the fight that should happen. The fight that shouldn't be happening and is, again, like, what the fuck is the UFC doing? I need to go up in there and power slap the shit out of Dana because this shit is wild. Why are we getting Jessica Andrade versus Zhang Xiaonan? I don't understand it.
She just beat Mackenzie Dern.
And Jessica Andrade just lost to Erin Blanchfield. And she's also got an amazing submission win over Amanda Lemos the last time she fought at strawweight. So it's like...
What are we doing here?
Well, what are we doing here? She lost to, the fucking number 2 or 3 ranked person at fucking...
Honestly, I think that Jessica's just trying to fight. This is her third fight in 5 months. She's just trying to get in there.
That's fair. She be fighting. She tries to... Like, she does fight everyone. Like, I feel like she's like the RDA of the women's division. You know what I mean? She's just she's moving around weight classes. She's just down to scrap. She's putting on great performances. Everyone loves her. Everyone respects her.
Yeah,
and
no, seriously.
And then she's Brazilian. But
it all adds up.
I just I mean, if she's able to get like a fucking big knockout and like a great win, then it's like fuck it, you know, like good for her. And, you know, she's going to give me that point in the fucking draft easy, so, alright, I'll take it. But it's like, what are we doing here?
What's going on?
Another fight of what are we doing here? Evloev versus Diego. What are we doing here? This is on a pay-per-view main card?
To be fair.
I thought this was supposed to be Bryce Mitchell versus Jonathan Pierce. But now we got none of these guys here. What are we doing here, huh?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Nah, yeah, but just a wacky way of events to get here. That's the
only thing is it's just wacky that it ends up getting to this point when we had been expecting.
I think you just pull that off the main card and you bump up Drew and Matt, honestly. That's just what you gotta do.
That's the way I feel.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what you gotta do. If they keep that shit on the main card, that's crazy to Drew. You having this shit as this guy as the fucking prelim headliner? Get the hell out of here.
Not only that, but Drew and Frivola, like,
that's a banger.
They both just always go to war. Like, come on, that is a main card opener right there.
So yeah,
at minimum.
I don't know, but either way, Mozart probably gets the easy win, if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Mozart's probably gonna get the win there, yeah.
Charles Jourdain gets the easy win over Kron Gracie?
Yeah.
I mean, if Kron hasn't improved his striking at all, or his takedowns, yeah, Charles Jourdain should be able to get this one.
That's the thing, is, like, Kron, as long as Charles doesn't try and, like, live by his nickname and go Air Jourdain on him, you know what I mean? It's like, as long as he keeps them feet on the ground and don't start jumping around, he probably won't get, like, end up on his back in a wacky way. He won't get subbed, and he should probably get a beautiful knockout in this fight. But he might start jumping around, and that makes me scared.
I was about to say, just cue the smash cut to us watching the fight, and Jourdain walking out to jump around. It's just like, fuck.
No.
If I see that man start fucking flying across that cage, I'm gonna start crying. Oh my... He should have this in the bag. Like, he really should. Kron hasn't fought in forever, and that was a terrible loss to Cub in the last one. Like, it just...
No takedowns. He tried to pull guard a bunch of times.
No takedowns, no striking, terrible fight IQ. Like, it was just bad. It was just bad. Like,
So...
Yeah.
Honestly, this fight probably should have been the prelim headliner.
Yes. Drew Dober, Matt Frivola should be the pay-per-view main card opener. That is a guaranteed knockout. Yeah. That's how you start off a pay-per-view.
And even if it's not guaranteed knockout, it's guaranteed banger.
That's a guaranteed knockout, and that's Matt Frivola is going down because there ain't no way he's knocking out Drew. Let's go, Drew!
Yeah.
This dude's got an iron chin. The largest chin in MMA. Am I wrong?
You're not.
Probably not.
He should change his nickname to the Crimson Chin because that's how he's looking like out here. But yeah, that's a great fight though. That is a war.
It is.
If for as long as it lasts, that's gonna be a war.
Yeah, no, that's all I'm saying. It's a guaranteed banger of a fight. No, no matter what.
But yeah, like as we were saying, like pay-per-view is it's all right. There's great fights on there, but it's like for just the like I don't know. I feel like there's no like buzz around this pay-per-view like at all.
Not as much. It's mainly around just the main event, but also I didn't realize completely forgot.
I feel like if there's not the buzz around the main event, then that like
that's really the only buzz there is.
You know what I mean? Like
that's what I'm saying. There's only a buzz about the main event.
Oh,
is really what I'm seeing, and there's not a lot of it.
Yeah,
I feel like it. I don't know. They talked about it so much for like months and months, or just for like months just leading up to it, and there was just I don't know so much talk on Instagram, Twitter, and all of that by the time it finally got booked, everyone was like, "It's about damn time," and that was it.
Exactly.
Like everyone knew it was coming, but it was just so prolonged that they just when it finally happened, it was like finally. Everyone already said what they had to say.
No, exactly. Like,
and I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like there's maybe it's, like if it's just me, just like kind of noticing it more or whatever. But I just feel like this year, like I've just been noticing like just so many of like the pay-per-views. I feel like so far already for the UFC, like they just be coming up, and it's just like doesn't feel like pay-per-view fight week. Like I don't know, like it just like I just feel like they're just not like. Just like the media, like all like the hype for it, like I just feel like it's not like there at the start of the week like it kind of used to be. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Maybe.
But either way, it's gonna play out to be a really fun card more than likely. It's gonna be good.
For it.
Oh, yeah, that's MMA. You gotta love it. UFC is fun sometimes, but. We love bare knuckles and one out here, right? Let's go. But that's gonna wrap up the podcast for today. Know who's that fighter? Because I mean, who were the fighters on the last UFC card? You know what I mean? It's like
disrespectful, but we didn't watch. I don't know. Anyway.
No, I know. But yeah, always fun. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. We always be posting shit, so tune in for more. Links in the description, as always. But I hope everyone has a great night. Peace!